has a gray inside, so that's how you can tell them apart. And if I'm doing a doodle, something with a thicker coat, I'm going to use my firm slicker brush. And she was bathed and prepped for me last night, so she doesn't have any tangles, and she's nicely blown out. So when we get these, especially this breed, a doodle, any type of a doodle, in our salons, they're so different. So what I like to do is really communicate with my client and try and find out exactly what their lifestyle is, if it's what type of length they want their dog. And for some reason, all doodle owners want like this much hair. So it's really important to communicate with them and find out if they're a busy family and they have, you know, kids they're running here and there and they just don't have the time. I will try and recommend a shorter haircut. And when I say a shorter haircut, I'm, you know, a nice, cute length, something that is easy for them to maintain at home, that they can manage at home, and something that, you know, they're not going to walk out of the door and be like, you shaved my dog, which can happen if they come in with this much hair and you do a nice long trim, they still think it's shaved. So again, communicating with your clients, with any breed, really, is key. I ask a ton of questions. And of course, I'm always going to do what my client wants. And unless they're matted, if they're matted, they come in and we talk about either shaving them or we talk about getting them on some type of a brushing schedule. And I'm going to start with, can you stand here for a second? I just have to get, I forgot to get my little clipper out. We have new clippers. We have, of course, our ZR, which is our cordless clipper. We have our ZR, and then we have our Li5, which is our new clipper. This one is a 5-in-1 adjustable blade. So you can change the blade length from a 9 all the way to a 40. And this clipper is great. I charge it, it's corded, it's cordless. So you charge it with the cord, and it takes maybe an hour to charge up, and it lasts a good 2 hours. So I'm only using this clipper for prep work. So I'm using this for pads, sanitary. I've shaved cats with this clipper. I can do a Yorkie with this clipper with a really light coat. I can use this for a schnauzer if they're getting a shorter body on a schnauzer. It has enough power to go through that, and it does come with comb attachments. So this clipper, I charge maybe once a week because I'm not using it all day long. Again, I'm just using it for my prep work. And right now I have it set on a 30 setting. And I'm just gonna come and take this right over the pads. And depending on the dog, I don't ever dig into their pads. I like to,
Can I turn your speaker just a little?
yeah, go for it. I'll just come in and I'll skim the top of the pad. If I notice that they have any type of red or irritation inside their pads, I don't dig down in deep. I'll just go flush along the top. And that's for all dogs. I notice a lot of golden retrievers, they'll have that yeasty bacteria where they lick their inside of their pads, so I'll never take and I'll never dig that out. And if I do, I'll do a longer blade length. So easily, quickly, this is very quiet. You can see she's totally okay with this. And again, this is your first time, so you have no idea what's happening to your life right now. So I'm going to take and I'm going to clean this private area, the sanitary, and I'm going to come this direction. And I usually just go about a blade length down on each side. And now I've changed this to a 10, and you don't even know that I've changed it to a 10. That's how easy it is. And in our salons, we need to save time. So turning around, looking for blades, changing blades, it takes time out of our day. So I'll do whatever I can with this particular clipper in my hand. So I don't have to then go, oh, I forgot to do this, and then turn around and waste time. It's very important that we save time in our salons. So this clipper can do everything that I need it done between a 40 blade and a 9. So I'm going to just come and clean out this ear a little bit. I don't want to walk in front of my speaker because it makes... So on all my dogs, I just like to clean all of this hair on the outside of the ear. And if they're kind of moving their head away, I'll just kind of hold it here so they get used to the vibration and the noise, and I'll kind of trick them. So this is on a 15 length right now, and I'm just going to clean out the corner of her eyes, just very lightly in the corner. I'm not using a lot of pressure. I'm going to come in with my thinners and really clean that up. But I like to clean just the corner of the eye. You're doing so good, Smoke. And then I'm going to come in and clean this area up as well. So I have pretty much everything that I need done with this clipper is done. As far as nail trimmers go, we do have 2 different size nail trimmers. This is our large, and we have a smaller size. And what's nice about these nail trimmers is they have the guard on them. So if you're a little nervous about cutting nails, they have a guard. So I'm just going to give her nails a quick trim. And we have a cordless nail grinder, and we have a corded nail grinder that then I would finish up and grind the nails. I'm really particular about getting my nails as short as I can because I like to have nice, tight feet. So the shorter that we can get the nails done, then the shorter we can make their feet nice and tight. Good girl, Smoke. So that's why I always try and Dremel everyone's nails. You're a good girl. Yes, you are. So once, you know, after they're prepped and they're bathed and all their private areas are done and their face is done, their ears are done, I don't ever pluck the hair out of their ears in the beginning. I always do it at the end. And I don't pluck ears if I see any type of an infection. And I'm not twisting the hair. I'm just kind of pulling whatever will come out with my fingertips. I'll put a little powder on my hands, put a little powder in their ear. I find that the more that we pluck the hair out of the ears, the more infections we cause. We're not causing an ear infection, but we can cause trauma to the ear on an ear that already is got something funky going on in there. And we also have a new spray bottle. This is our continuous spray bottle. And right before I'm going to start my clipping, I'll just run a little mist over her and take my comb and run it through her hair, make sure I have all the knots out. I always use some type of a spray. I never brush a dog without using something. This particular spray that I have in my bottle is Crown Royale. This is number 3. It comes concentrated, it comes diluted. I believe Whitman's probably would have it this weekend, or Frank Rowe. And so I just give a light mist and a light comb through right before I'm going to start my clipping. And you can even spray this right after the bath before you're going to dry your dog. That will help with any matting. So just quickly run this comb through, make sure there's no toe knots. And this is our long comb. This is our 9-inch comb. This comb has wide teeth, and it also has the teeth we call more for detail work. So if you want to do some detail, interior, some eyebrows, I would use this. And then we also have our short comb. This is our 7-inch. This has the teeth that are close together and far apart as well. And these are nice stainless steel, nice combs. Okay. So with Doodles, again, going back to the different kind of coat textures that they have a ton of undercoat. So I will use our de-shedding tools. We have two different styles. We have a wider de-shedding tool and we have a fine de-shedding tool. They're the same tool. They both come in, they will come in black in this style. This one only comes in the black, but it's the same thing. The only thing that's different is the handle. So I would start on a Doodle with the wide tooth, and I'm just going to take some of this undercoat out. And this will not break the top coat, and you can feel it actually grabbing the coat when there's undercoat in there. So a lot of the times, if I have a client that, you know, the dog's always getting matted, it's undercoat is what mats them. So I'll come and I'll run this through, and it actually will promote coarser coat growth, and it does not cut the top of the coat. It's just removing that dead undercoat. So for on, say like a golden retriever, husky, labs, the fine one maybe would be lower, better for like a lab, a pug. These are awesome. So again, just to remove this dead undercoat, I'm taking and I'm just using it like a brush, and you will actually start to see nice silky hair come out because you're getting rid of all of this fuzz. So I don't do this for a really long time. I just want to get some of that coarser growth to come in. So by using this, I'm just removing some of that dead undercoat. I like to use this on poodles that come in and they have those big poodle bushy ears and they're always matted, and I'll just use it again just like a brush, and I'm just comb right through the poodle ear, and you'll be amazed how flat it lays. So you can see now her ear looks so shiny because I've removed all of this dead fuzz. So this is a great tool, and again, it comes in the two different sizes. So with these Doodles that come in with all this undercoat, this is perfect for them. They just come in for a bath and a brush out. I'm using this too. And I will actually use this if they want like a de-shedding treatment. I'll use a de-shedding shampoo and conditioner, and I'll use this tool and I'll upsell it. So they're paying extra for me to do this. It's a wonderful tool. And again, depending on what you want it for, sometimes I'll start with this on Goldens and I'll finish with this. You're being so good, Smoke. So I'm going to just run it through this ear. And you can see it's not cutting any of this healthy hair. It's just taking out the dead undercoat. And again, you'll be able to feel it pull when it's removing that undercoat. So, yes, Shelties, Huskies. I find on a Sheltie what I like to do is I'll line brush it. I won't rip it through the coat. So I'll take and I'll do a line, get that, you know, I'll do it that way. I don't ever want to rip it through the coat. Goldens too. Once you start to use it, you'll get a feel for what it does. But you know, those Goldens that come in with all that thick neck hair, you take this and they just have such a nice, elegant neck then. It's a great tool. And it won't break the outer coat. Terriers as well. This is a perfect tool for terriers. Yeah. Yeah, she's an Aussie Doodle, so yeah, any kind of any type of dog you can really use it on. And you'll see now I've removed all that dead undercoat. This lays so much nicer. And I did it like 4 times, you know. And you're not ripping the coat. This is there's other ones out there. Other ones manufacture, and I feel like they cut the top coat. But this one, I don't know how it's designed, but it's brilliant, and it doesn't do it. So you'll see, you know, all the open competitors using this on their for stripping. They love it too.